Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Tametsi. Even as it continues to get harder, I'm still playing for some reason. Note, by the way, that I thought we were sort of skipping a puzzle, but that's not quite true. It looks like the grid is kind of like two axes of sorting, right? The puzzles are going up in number, but like you can skip 45, but if you do, you won't be allowed to play 55. So okay, fair enough. Anyway, we haven't started on 47 yet, right? Right. This 2 next to... Oh, we do have the corners. Yeah, okay. So 2 next to the 1 needs a mine there and not here. This 2 next to this now 1 needs a mine here and neither of these. 2 goes there. There are the 2s. This 2 is next to now a 1, so it needs a mine here and not here. This 4 needs all these to be finished. The A's are looking very exciting, aren't they? We need something next to this and also next to this, so it must be one of these two. This 3, I guess it's telling us the same thing as this 2. This 2 is done. This 2 goes here. Oh, the 3 is done, of course, as well. How about this 2? Yeah, we can go this way. 3 needs this. There's only one of these 3, but the 4 needs 2 more, so that's one of them. Now, the last B has to be one of these 2. Not sure I can resolve this, actually. Yeah, okay, maybe go look somewhere else first? Ah, no, this 2 takes care of the A's. Oh, no, I see. This 4 and this 3 are working together. Here we are. There can't be a mine here. And that gives us the rest of this area, I imagine. Only one of these, so the 5's last one goes there. Now the 4 and the 2 put a mine here. But what to do with this area? Nothing's happening along this entire edge, right? Oh, there's corner. Okay, whew. All right, so we're stuck as far as all this stuff goes, but now we have these edge clues. And the only one that can tell us anything right now are the 4 and the 6. Neither of them looks very good, to be honest. Oh, actually, maybe the 6 is all right. So we have 1 here, 1 here. Therefore, 4 in this whole area. So only 1 is missing. It's not quite enough to go on, I don't think. Okay, well, what about the 4? We have 1 here, 2, 3. Aha, yeah, there we go. At least 1, and that's the whole column. This is needed for the 4. There we go. So the 6 now is still not ready to be solved. Exactly one of these 2? Okay, but so what? This 4, we already figured out what to do with that. Don't think we can use these yet. I think it's got to be these 2s that we work with somehow. Well, unless we can do something just from these, which is not obvious to me, but maybe it's true. Ah, okay, in fact, yeah, this is good. This 4 needs 3 more spaces, right? At most 2 of them can go down here, which means at least 1 is touching this 2 from one of these 2 spaces. Well, is that interesting? I guess I sort of came about it in the wrong direction, right? What I should do is I can conclude exactly one of these 2, yeah? From the 1 and the 2. I think I had that already. I just hadn't thought about how it affected the 4. There's exactly one of these 2. Which means the 4 needs 2 more. Oh, I'm still not sure what to do with this, actually. I thought I was going to prove that these 2 have to both be mines, but I don't seem to have proven that. Suppose they weren't both mines. Only one of them is, and we know at least one is. Then the last 2 for this 4 have to be in this area. And they're both touching the 2. That would clear both of these. I don't know, that seems possible. So we were hoping to prove it was impossible, and we couldn't. Yeah, I'm quite certain there's nothing directly on this column. Both these clues and this 4 are just not telling us anything. Or rather, they're telling us the usual Minesweeper thing, which is like, it's either all the top halves of these dominoes or all the bottom halves of them. And eventually we'll find out which. But until then, we don't really have anything to go on. Well, I think this 2 is somehow where to go. Or, oh, this 6 is more useful than I thought it was. We already have 3. There's a 4th here and a 5th here. It means only 1 in this entire area. Right? And we know that the 4 has one of these 2. So these are safe. Okay. So what about this? This still seems good, doesn't it? Somehow? Now that we know there's exactly 1 here, yes. The 4 needs to have 2 in this area, which are all touching this 2, so those are free. We have 1 of these 2, and therefore 1 of these 2 and 1 of these 2. That's like not quite enough to resolve any of these row clues. Could we use this 5? I don't seem to have nearly enough, right? But I guess I'll check. I know there's exactly 1 of these, at most 1 of these 3. At most 2 here. That's 3. So of the 4 outstanding, we need 2 of them probably. Actually, this is a bit better. But there's 1 here. And there's actually not at most 2, but in fact exactly 1 here. Because this 1 fills these 4 squares. This 2 needs 1 more, and it has to be here. So that's 1, 2. Right? We're almost there, actually, believe it or not. I didn't think we would be. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces left. And we have to put 3 mines into them, right? Now, that's not quite true because this 2 has at most 1. There could be none here, in which case we would put a mine in each of these spaces. Does this help the 4 somehow, knowing there's exactly 1 in these 3 spaces? One of the 4s must go here. One of them must go here. So if it were this one, we'd have here. If it were this one... Well, hang on. Let's draw these together a little more. There's a pair, there's a pair, right? And I mean, there's another pair here, although I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. So actually this square looks kind of tied to a lot of things, doesn't it? If we put a mine here, then there can't be one here or here or here. These are both off. And I end up with here and one of these 2. I guess that would be fine. Well, I thought that might be more useful. I think we'll similarly find that it's actually quite possible to put a mine here, say. We turn off this whole area, but we get a mine here, and then the 4 needs a mine here because of this crossing, and we get another one up here, and that's enough to finish the 4, no problem. So we don't seem to be getting anywhere with that idea of working on this 5. Of course, this 2 looks appealing because we know one of them is here, but I don't see how we could find anything out about the second one. I don't seem able to get anywhere. I think that it must be the right idea to work on this 4 somehow, or this 5 column or whatever. This 5 column must hold the keys somehow, I think. So we know one of these 4 and one of these. We know one of these. We know one of these, and we know one of these. Well, here's something I guess worth looking at. Where we put this, whichever way we resolve this domino, we make something happen elsewhere in the grid, either to this 4 or to this 2. Right? So suppose then that, I don't know, give me this color, whatever it is. Suppose that we put it here. Oh, that color is horrible. I can't see it at all. Or not very well anyway. Obviously I can see it, but it's just like, I don't know. I found out several years ago that I'm like, I didn't think I was color blind at all. But then someone asked me if I was wearing my green shorts, and I was like, I don't own any green shorts. And they're like, yeah, you do. They always looked gray to me. Anyway, that was green on gray and a bit difficult to resolve. So if we put a mine here, then we've made this not a mine, which means this is one, right? We're making the tops of all these come out. Oh, I think I see what's going on. Whichever way we resolve this, I mentioned it a long time ago. I don't even need the pencil for this. These 3 dominoes are either all top or all bottom, right? And therefore, this 2 either has a top or a bottom on it. These 3 are all safe. Guess not. Why not? Aren't you all top? What? I thought that was how Minesweeper worked. What? I guess I needed the pencil after all. So if we have this here, then maybe I should have followed it through. I see. This 2 is actually blocking the transmission of this information down here. If it continued with a solid edge of these things, then we would know they're either all top or all bottom. But since this kind of 2A is interjected into the line, we can't conclude that anymore. So if we put one on the top here, then we'd need one on the top here, but this area still wouldn't be resolved. So actually we have this. We have one of these, one of these and one of these. And this 2 might be impacted by one of them, but might not. And I guess since we now know there's a mine here via cheating, one thing we might try to do is prove that these 3 can't all be empty, right? Because if we could prove that, we could prove that this 2 is satisfied and neither of these is a mine. So let's suppose we made all of these empty. How would this 5 be looking? I think we had some... Oh, right. There's also exactly one of these. So we have one here. 2, 3, 4, 5. So it seems on its face possible. Why is it impossible? It might not be to do with this 5, of course. It might be something else somewhere in the grid making us come to this conclusion, but let's connect this up so it doesn't look weird. Oh, I've been a fool this whole time. I don't need the pencil. I just need to look at this too. There you go. All right, I was doing all these gymnastics when we really just had to do a little bit of Minesweeper. Yes, this 2... No. This 2 and this 3... Oh, this 2 is resolved now. Great, and now we know not this. Get out of here, 5. This 3 and the 1 give us these. These 3 2s mean there's no mine. Really? Oh god, this one's got... Counting. This one's already got 2. So in fact I can prove there is a mine here, rather than proving that there isn't one. This 4 next to the 2 means there's a mine here, which solves the 5 and the 2. The 1 goes up. 4 needs this. These are done. Mine there. Nothing. Nothing. This 3 goes here. 4 needs that. This 4 is done. Ugh, all this was just free for the taking if I just looked at this square, you know? This column, or this row rather, is finished. As is this one. We need 1 here, which is there, and that's the row. 4 is done. 2 here. Done. This 4 needs 2 more, but only one of them can be next to this 2. So it goes here. Now there's one of these 2. So the 2 is finished, and these are done. That 3 goes there. This 2 should work together with its neighbors somehow. Nope, the 3 just solves everything. Okay. This 4 needs 1 more. This 4 needs 1 more. This 3 is done. What if I counted wrong again? This 2. Ugh. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm out of it, I guess. Need to go more slowly. Column clues, I guess? Yes. This 5 needs 2 more. One of them's here, the other's here. Now this 3 is done. This 2 needs a mine. Column's finished. This 5 needs 2 more. And so does the 3, but where are they? They're both adjacent to this 3. So these are safe. 7's a very large number. These 2 3s are next to each other and put a mine here. I think this square is safe because the 3 has 2 more mines. One of them has to be here, and at least one has to be here. Now, in fact, of course, exactly one has to be here, which means there's a mine there, right? Yes. Now this 3 is done. That doesn't seem right. How can these 2 3s not both be done at the same time? Oh, they are. I'm just stupid. This 3 can see that as well, of course. 5 finishes here, and that's all of our mines. Okay, several blunders on that one. Try to do better, please. I blame you guys. Oh, a 0. I love zeros. Okay, look at that. My highest mines per second of the entire series, I suspect. Or moves per minute, maybe. We don't have corners, for what it's worth, so these are all mines. And this 2 is clear, so that... Okay, the 1's done, so this C is clear. This one, this one. Only 3 C's left, right? And they're all adjacent to this 3. So this and this are safe. This 1 is next to a D, so we can open that up. Well, more importantly, it's next to a mine already, so we can open up the D it's also next to. How about D's? Not much, really. We have one of these 4, and there's 5 total, but there's plenty of space for the other 4 in here, I think. Well, there's not a ton of space. There's 6. We need 4 of them. But that still means there's 2 that aren't. Actually, maybe we can do something with the D's. I know 2 of the D's are these 3. Which means one of them is one of these 2, and that finishes this 2. And now this 2 is done. There's 3 D's left. They're all adjacent to this 4. So not here. This 1 must be touching at least one mine, because at least one of these D's is a mine. So we can open this up. This 2 only has 2 neighbors. The 1 is done now. One of these is a mine, which means the other 2 must be as well to get us to 4 Ds. This 2 only has 2 neighbors. Only 1 A in this entire universe? Really? That should have stuck out to me more, but I guess I was miles away from the A's until recently. And it has to be adjacent to this too, right? Yeah. It also has to be adjacent to this 1, so it's not here. That's the A. There's 3 B's. 2 of them are adjacent to this 2. The third one is one of these 3, but I can't really tell which yet, I don't think. This 1 is done, which means I can do this one. Didn't go very far, I guess. No, can't do this 4, because it's got a C neighbor and... Any useful column clues yet? This 1 is finished, actually. A 2. Not sure what to do with that. Oh, this 1, though, has only 1 neighbor, so that's the last D. This 2's finished, has been for a while, I think. This 2 needs a neighbor here. Yes, just double checking that I understand how corners work. This 1 needs a thing here. This one's done, done, done. Okay. I'm hoping to see this 2 resolved sometime soon, but it's not cooperating. This 3, I guess, is also close. We need 1 more. Okay, maybe we could do something with the 4 in the second column here. Because this 3, yeah, we can, in fact. This 3 contributes at least 1 here. Here, I'll show you with the pencil. We have at least 1 of these. This 3 is the same, at least 1 of these. And this 4 can only have 1 more that's not on this column, the C. So it has at least one here. And we've got one here. That's all 4. So we know that those are the areas on the 4 column with mines. We also know that this C indeed is a mine. I wish I could see my pencil and click things at the same time. But anyway, it's fairly simple, right? There you go. So that's the 4, I think. Oh, actually, we get these 3s as well while we do that. Okay, well that was useful. This 2's done now. And that does this row. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this can't be a mine. We get to go this way now. And that finishes this row, doesn't it? The 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, because they could be up here. Okay. But we do know some things about this 2 still. It's next. It's like across from this 1, so it needs a mine here, and the 1 can't have any mine outside of their intersect, so this is open. Does that help us with the 2's and the B's? Not just yet, I don't think. This 1 is done for what that's worth. Not much, it looks like, but eventually it'll probably help with this 6 column. None of these along like the diagonal seem to be much good. Oh, this one's not done because we don't have corners. Right. Let's ask a question here about this space. Could this be a mine? If so, what the hell is this checkered, by the way? I don't know what... Is that a race? Oh, that's a race. It looks like a... This is kind of a symbol for transparent, but it's also a symbol for like a finish line. Anyway, I just wanted some white. If this were a mine, these would be white. And we'd be putting mines here to finish all this stuff. Would that be possible? We'd be adding more white here and here. I don't really see anything wrong with that. It seems okay. Wait, what's going on with the... Oh, no, I had the colors. I'm glad I have the letters up, because I was looking over here, and the color for B looked a lot like the letter for C to me. I was confused. I'm not particularly red-green colorblind. These are just, like, small letters. I guess this 3 could be interesting as well. So we have 2 of them already. So we might ask, well, gosh, this 8's a big number. Not big enough to do anything with, though, I think. Anyway, regarding this, we might ask, is it possible for this to not be a mine? Because if it were, then this would have the mine for that column, for that one, and we'd finish the column. But I guess this is what we hope to prove. We hope to prove there's no mine there, so we really ought to start out the other way by supposing that there is a mine here and finding a contradiction. No mines here. Mine here. I think that's about as far as it goes. So we can't really prove that right now. I mean, we know exactly one of these two, but I don't think that matters much. It's more useful to know two of these four. Oh, hang on. Isn't that enough? There's 3 B's left. Oh, no, it's not. 2 of these 4 means one of these 2. But that's like a very at a distance kind of thing. It's not clear to me. Oh, hang on. I did this wrong. This one doesn't touch the 2. So it's actually 2 of these. Therefore, one of these 3. And I guess maybe you can do something more with the fact that one of these 2 is on. Because whichever one it is completely decides the B's, doesn't it? No. No, it doesn't. A B here would turn off this and these, but then it'd be one of these 2. Likewise, a B here would turn off these and this, but then be one of these 2. So that's kind of weird. It's like one of these 2, and then of these 2 pairs of 2, it's one of them. No, wait, hang on. There are 3 B's. So we have one of these. One of those, right? And then we have like 2 of these, right? Two. There you go. So if this were a mine, it would completely decide the B's. We would have a mine here, turning off all of these, and then a mine here and here. That's one possible arrangement. The other is if we put one here, then we have like 2 coin flips up here. So is there any reason this one arrangement can't be possible? Wait a minute. Am I doing this wrong again? I am. The whole reason I came to the conclusion that there were one of these 2 is because it's not one of these 2. It's 2 of them. So 2 of these 2, therefore one of these. So this is what would resolve all the B's. It would be here, no. Yeah, here, and here, and here. That looks possible enough. But if we instead put a mine here, we'd have one of these and one of these, and I don't know. So none of this is really moving me to be overcome with joy or excitement. I wonder if we can do something by combining these two column hints. Because we have actually, it's kind of interesting. All of the column hints we've gotten come in pairs, as do the row hints. The edge hints in general come in pairs here for some reason. And so that has some impact on things like this too. Well, not this too, but yeah, this too, right? It's contributing exactly 1 to one of these two rows, but not both. But I'm not sure what to do about that. Oh, in fact, there is something sort of interesting going on here, although I'm not sure. In fact, I don't think it's enough to get another square revealed. This 1 and these 3s. If you had, say, a mine here, then you have to have a mine here to solve the last 3. And you need a mine here for this too. So in this, if we put a mine here, we're adding 1 to this column and 2 to this column. I think we'll get the same thing if we put a mine here, right? Let's try that in blue. If we put a mine here, then we need 1 here to finish the 2. And we need 1 here to finish the 3. Again, 2 in this column, 1 in this column. And I bet, yeah, we get the same thing if we put 1 here. Let's try, I don't know, I'm out of colors. There are only 2 colors in the world. This ugly puce. Actually, I don't even know what color puce really is. If we put it here, then there's 1 here, and we need 1 here for the 2. No, for the 3, I mean. And also 1 here for the 3. So again, 2 in this column, which I guess we already knew from the 4, but exactly 1 in this row from these, in this 6 column from these 3 clues. That doesn't really help very much. Oh, wait a minute. It does, I think. I mean, sort of. No. Ugh. I was thinking it was like, oh, well, finally, this one's a mine, but I've already marked that. Great. So all we've really done is rediscover that these 3 dominoes have 1 in them each. But I guess it's a little better because wherever we put wherever we resolve this 4, if we put it here, then we need 1 here to solve the 2. And if we put it here, then we need 1 here to solve the 1. So this area also has exactly 1. So there's exactly 1 mine here, exactly 1 among these 3 coordinates. But then the whole rest of the column is pretty freeform. You could maybe figure something out from this 4, but I don't know what. Oh, I think I've got something. Yes, I wonder if one of the conclusions that I drew earlier was in fact not sound because I forgot how colors work again. Yeah, it was. I think I figured out this row by saying there was 1 adjacent to this 1. But actually it could be here. So there's 1 here and 1 here, and that finishes the whole row, and it's necessary to fix the whole row. So this 1 can't see this C. The C can't be a mine. Okay. So I think I got lucky over here somewhere. I think we can now do something with this too. Because no. This 1 sees one of these two, which means the 3 sees one of these two. But it could be both of these or not. It is at least one of these. That's interesting. So at most one of these? Aha! Which gives us that this 3 needs another mine here. And that's solved the 2s. The 2 column. Fuck. What's wrong with me? This isn't a mine? Why not? How can it be both of these? This 1 sees one of those two, guaranteed. The 3 needs one more. It has to be one of those two. To complete this 2, we need at least one of these two C's, which means at most one of these two, which means the 3 needs this. Am I wrong about this? Oh my god, I've been wrong about this whole time. Something happened to me down here. Let's try again. I think, okay. No, wait, that's right. I was mad because of, no, I see. It's not because these two share, it's because this one means this is, okay. This is how I was meant to solve it. I was meant to start down here and then work my way up, I think. Well, maybe I can't get that far. All right, so I was right in concluding that this was a mine. The problem was this one down here. This 2. How long have I had this 2? I think it might be ill-gotten. I think I might have gotten it by solving, in quotes, this column when I was wrong. But we need these now. And these. For both of these 2s to be good. This 3, we can now resolve this. And this 1 gives us here, and that's the last C. There. There. This 2 is done, and so is this one. I have 1 in this column and 1 in this column. One of those has to come from this 1, which is kind of cool. But the other one I can't see yet. It could be in just about anywhere. This 6 row needs 1 more. And interestingly, I don't think it's likely to matter, but observe 2 pairs of squares here and here. That's 1 pair. The other pair is here and here. Each of those pairs must be the same. Either the 2 red squares are both mines or neither of them are. Likewise, the kind of bluish ones. Right? Because if we put a mine here, then this 2 and this 1 both say, well, we got to close that one off. And the 6th row says we have to turn this one off. That means we need to turn this one on. But that doesn't help me, I think, because I don't have a row clue here. Oh, this 4 row is done. That's where I should go. Now this is done, and that solves this. Done there. And this was the other thing that has to be on. This has to be... The 3's finished, the 1's finished, that 1's finished, 1 there, this 3's done, 2 there, 2 there. How about this 6? Ah, this 1's been done a while, I think. 2 here, this 2's done. This 4 needs 1 more, and now the 1's done. This 6 needs another mine. This 1's finished. Now these two 1's work together to give you this square. That's a mine for this 1. Mine here, nothing. I seem to have run out of steam on this column, but I'm not sure what else I've uncovered. This 1 I don't think is enough to help me crack the B's. Oh, no, yeah. I was thinking it solved this 5 column, but of course, no, you could have this be the mine that the 1 sees. Maybe total mine count could start to be interesting here. There are 3 more here. 3 more here, that's 6. There's 3 more in the whole B region, that's 9. So the rest of the puzzle only has 3 more bombs in it. One of them is here. That's all I can really say for sure. Well, no, not quite. This 8 is a pretty big number, right? Even if the 4 and the 7 both had mines here, we'd still need 2 more in this region. Sadly, that's still not enough to show anything. We still have 1 floating mine we haven't accounted for. It has to be in this column, but it might be in this area or it might not, which means it might be in this area or it might not. Wait. Oh, right. That's, yeah, if we put 2 of the mines here, that's fine. Then there's 2 here. Don't think I'm missing anything obvious, like a 1 that's just next to a single thing or something. So one of these 2 2 of these, 1 of these. And it can't be the case that it's neither of these, because of this 2. So you can't like resolve this 2 by saying, oh, both of these, and this 1 by saying one of these 2. It has to be 1 in here. We knew that a long time ago. They're just hoping maybe this 1 would help somehow. But it doesn't seem to. Well, we're so close over here, right? Remember, there are 3 mines in these. Each of these 3 rows is 6. 3 more here is 9. Possibly 1 here, but not if this B is a mine. And so we said there's at least, even if we put 2 in here to kind of smuggle them under, there's still at least 2 in this area. Oh. I somehow thought that this 1 was going to help me resolve that. But it doesn't, because it can't see this diagonal. So I thought I would say, oh, 1 of these is a mine. But no, I can't say that, because it could still be both of these. What I'd like to try is it possible for this to be the mine that this 1 sees? That would force here, right? In order to resolve this 2, because we have a 1 of in this area. And also here, because this 1 is meaning both of these can't be. And to finish this column, we need 1 here. Now there's not 1 here either. There's not 1 here or here. We need 1 of these 2, but I don't know which. I think this might be putting more mines over on the right. Maybe that's why this is a useful experiment to try. Because if we do this, we need 3 in the top row, 2 in this row, and our total mine count is now 9, right? Because we've resolved these 3. So 3 and 2, that's only 7. So even if we put 2 mines here, of course, we still need 2 in this area. Oh, I see. But putting fewer mines over here doesn't really help that much with this, because at least 2 is like fine. I'm like, oh, I'll put 4 in there if you want. Just dare me. So all this is to say, I don't see any immediate reason why this B can't be a mine. Is there some reason why it has to be a mine? Suppose that we made it not one. Then we would have 1 of these completing the column for the 5. Yeah, click. I'm trying to change colors. 1 of these 2. We'd have this. This looks completely innocuous. It could totally happen. Man, I want a hint. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's possible at this point that something I've gotten wrong elsewhere in the puzzle. Like if I marked too many mines somewhere, I would start having trouble maybe because I'd lose the ability to make proofs up here based on mine count. So let's do a quick check of all that. Does everything down here look correct? Checking out so far. Ah, no, I'm wrong. Look. That's what's happened. I marked too many of these as mines. God, I'm bad. Okay, let's just unmark this entire area and figure it out again so that... Because I don't know what I can count on anymore. Okay, this is definitely mine. These are mines. This 2 says these are mines. This 2 says these are mines. This 1 says that's a mine. This 2 makes this a mine. This 2 needs these to be mines. This 1 puts that a mine. This 2's done. That's a mine. Okay. So I think that might have been the problem. Believe it or not. I'd marked too many mines in this column, and therefore I couldn't make good conclusions about this 5 column. Oh, I guess I better finish, huh? These are also mines. Now, though, there's only 3 in this. There's only 3 so far, which means we need 2 more. It can only be one of these, so it has to be this, and then one of these, and now we can click the B and this for what it's worth. This 2 has 2 neighbors. Ah, this 3 is exciting, isn't it? Yes, it is. They all have to be green, I think. No, they don't. Do they? No. So it could be here, here, and here. All right. Importantly, anything that includes this will include only 2 of these to the green, to the 3 rather. This 7, we see 6 already, so there's only 1 more. But I can't place it. No, I think I can resolve this 3, right? I forgot it's already got a thing next to it. So we know about these 2s. This 2 and these B's. We need 2 of these, which means at least one of them is touching this 3. And I'm pretty sure we need 1 more B. Yeah, it has to be one of these 2. So this 3 is completely satisfied by its contact with the B's. It can't touch any grays. So these are not mines. That's the column finished. There. Now we should be getting somewhere on this, right? Like this has to be a mine, I think. Because one of these Therefore, one of these and this. Now we get this 1. 2 goes there. This 1, in fact, also goes there. How about this column? 8. We have 6 so far. Ah, this 3 is done, though. This 2 is done as well. Ah, now we can finish the 8 because we have 6 plus 1 plus 1. Now the 8's done as soon as we resolve this 1. Which I guess we'll have to do via this one. How about this 7? Yes, very good. We see 6. There has to be 1 among these 2, which means there can't be 1 here. Now, what? This 1 and this 2 see the same squares, so I can't do anything interesting with them. Okay, must need to work on total mine count, right? There are 2 B mines, and I know they're in this area. Therefore, 2 others in the whole puzzle. Well, I know there's 1 adjacent to this 1, and 1 adjacent to this 1, so there can't be 1 here. Now we get this 1. This 2 gives us here, and we can't have this. Now to solve the 7, we need a mine here, therefore not here. And this... How do I resolve this? Ah, it's one of these 2 to satisfy this 2, so it can't be here. And now this 2 needs another, so it's there. All right, several blunders in that one. Not very happy with how this one went. At least I figured out what was wrong when I found there was no way to conclude everything. I went back and double checked. But I made several like counting errors mostly, I think. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.